Hi friends, once again Dahisar is here with a new theorem from the chapter circle. Now this theorem is a converse of the theorem what we have seen in my earlier video. So if you have not watched that video, please check out my playlist, watch that video and then come to this video once again. So you'll be able to correlate it. Now in this theorem what we are going to study, the theorem states the segment joining the midpoint of a chord and the center of a circle is perpendicular to the chord. Now let's see what is given to us. We have a circle, then we have a chord. Now what they say, segment joining the midpoint of the chord. So next they have given, we have a midpoint of a chord this time. Let's take M as a midpoint of a chord CD. Now they say the segment joining the midpoint of the chord and the center of the circle. That means if I join PM, then PM will be perpendicular to chord CD. Now let's write the given part. What is given to us? In a circle with a center P, we know M is the midpoint of chord CM. In other words, I can say CM is equals to MD. And I'm supposed to prove that PM is perpendicular to chord CD. Now to prove that, first we need a help of triangles. So again there is a small construction. I will draw the construction as PC and PD. So we are going to join PC and PD. Now after this, if you observe, we get two triangles. Which are the two triangles you get? You get triangle PMC and triangle PMD. Now just think, can we prove these two triangles congruent? Yes. Let's start. First, the PM is the common side for both the triangles. Then we already know CM is equals to DM. That is given to us. And even the PC will be congruent to PD. Why? Radii of the same circle. So both the triangles will become congruent by SSS test of congruence. Now, as you know, when the triangles are congruent, its remaining elements also becomes congruent. Now, in these remaining elements, this time we'll just talk about one pair of angle, that is angle PMC and angle PMD. Now, since the triangles are congruent, the angle PMC will be congruent to angle PMD, and the reason is CACT. You can also write CPCT. Now, since the angles are congruent, we can say their measures are also equal. So, measure angle PMC is equals to measure angle PMD. Am I clear till here? Now see, CD is a chord and the two angles are formed on a line. So if I add these two angles, the total has to be 180 degree. Why? Angles in a linear pair. Now after that, let's see. If measure angle PMC is equals to measure angle PMD, so in the next step, instead of PMD, I'll write again measure angle PMC is equals to 180 degree. That is from statement 1. Now measure angle PMC plus measure angle PMC becomes 2 times measure angle PMC, that is equals to 180. So in other words, measure angle PMC will become 180 upon 2. Now 2 ones are 2 90s are. So measure angle PMC becomes 90 degree. Now if measure angle PMC is 90 degree, so in other words, my PMD will also, measure angle PMD will also be 90 degree, and I can say PM is perpendicular to chord. Now the sum is, prove that if the diameter of a circle bisects the two chords of a circle, then two chords are parallel to each other. थोड़ा भयानक दिखता है ना? So let break it into pieces. Now what is given? They have given us a circle with a center O where we have a diameter. Now diameter is bisecting the two chords of a circle. So first let's take the diameter XY. Then it is bisecting the two chords of a circle. So we need a two chords. Let's take the chord AB and CD. Now it is bisecting the chords in a two equal parts. So in other words, my P and Q are the midpoints of chord AB and CD respectively. So I can say the P is the midpoint of AB and Q is the midpoint of CD. Now what you're supposed to prove? You're supposed to prove that the two chords are parallel to each other. Now two chords yani kaun se chords? Chord AB and chord CD. They both are parallel, we are supposed to prove. Now to prove this to parallel, our motive is to prove that angle Q and angle P are supplementary. If somehow you are able to prove that angle Q plus angle P is equals to 180 degree, then we can say the two chords are parallel. So let's start with the sum. Now let's talk about chord AB. Now in chord AB, we know P is the midpoint. So in other words, I can say AP is equals to BP. That is given to us. Now see, if AP is equals to PB and point O is the center, and if we join the center with that midpoint of the chord, then what do we get? We get that OP is perpendicular to chord AB, and the reason is same. Segment joining the center of a circle and the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. Now, if this is perpendicular, so in other words, I can say angle OPB is equals to 90 degree. Let this be equation 1. Now, let's go to the next chord. Now, next chord is CD. Now, in chord CD, we know point Q is a midpoint. So, in other words, CQ is equals to QD, and the reason is given. Now again, see, point O is the center which is connected to the midpoint of the chord. So in other words, I can say OQ is perpendicular to chord CD, and the reason is same. Segment joining the center of the circle and the midpoint of the chord is perpendicular to the chord. Now if OQ is perpendicular to chord CD, then I can say angle OQD has to be equals to 90 degree. Let this be equation number 2. Now let's add these two equations. Now, if I add, I get angle OPB plus angle OQD is equals to 90 plus 90. Now, 90 plus 90 क्या होता है? 180 होता है. First, let's talk about the right hand side. It has become 180 degree. Now, OPB can also be written as angle QPB. Sir, कैसे? Q dash O dash P. Same way, OQD can also be written as angle PQD. Again, the reason is same. Q dash O dash P. Now, if you observe, we are talking about the two angles which are lying on the same side or diameter x wide, and the total is 180. So, in other words, they are forming what? Interior angles. Now, by interior angles test, I can say chord AB is parallel to chord CD. I hope you must have understood this sum also. I know it was a bit lengthy, so do rewatch this video for better understanding. I hope you are enjoying my videos. Do share, like and subscribe my channel for the regular updates, and don't forget to write the comments for the videos. Thank you.